Alright guys, so as you can see, I got the engine off the stand, got the engine up, the crane's working, engine hoist is working, and I came into another little problem. This bolt didn't want to come off and actually kind of went into it. So it's not one problem, it's another. Anyways, the plan is to take this right here, put it around it like so, and hit it with a hammer, and hopefully it'll knock this back that way without causing any harm to the bolt and to the threads back here and causing harm to the threads inside the engine. Alright, nothing to it but to do it. Alright guys, so luckily I didn't have to use that method. When I brought the engine down, it came down a little fast and it actually knocked it loose for me. So now I can just get it out. I can actually get it out by hand. Thought I could. There it goes. Alright, so I lied to you guys. The next step isn't putting it in the truck. Next step is getting this thing off, flywheel off, and then I gotta put the clutch in. I put all that in, and put a pilot bushing in there as well. Not necessarily in the order that I just said, but pilot bushing goes in right here, and I'll actually show you guys how to do that as well. Alright guys, so I have two different pilot bushings here. See if I can get some light on it, get it to focus. Alright, so this one came out of the 307. I didn't do the scratches. I don't know how well you can see that or not, but I didn't do the scratches or the damage to this. I'll try putting a picture on that one if I can find it. This one I went out and bought. So the way I got it out is I used this right here, and the bread is actually still in there. It's gonna roast, but yeah, the bread is actually still in there. That was bread. So all I did was this right here was in there like so, and then I just packed it in with bread with my finger as much as possible until it wouldn't go in no more. And then I took a hammer and I put this right in the center, and I would hammer it, and as you can see, this fits right in there perfectly. And I just kept doing that until it came all the way out. And I'm actually gonna put it in the 305 here in a little bit. I will try to make a video of that. And then I have two different flywheels here. The one on the right came out of the 307, which was a manual, and the one on the left came out off of the 305, which was an automatic. I put them side by side so you can see the difference in the two. So the automatic, a lot thinner than the manual, as you can see. And you see some surface rust on here. I'm actually going to take some penetrating oil and spray it on there and wipe it off with a rag. The penetrating oil, I mixed it with transmission fluid, 1 part transmission fluid and 1 part acetone. That seems to work the best for just penetrating oil in general. I mean, really, you could probably just use a rag, a rough rag. Yeah, it gets a little bit of it off, not too much, but it does get a little bit of it off. And I'll just wipe this all off. Yeah, and see, that comes off much better. And make sure you get all that penetrating oil off of there. You don't want it to slide. This is where the clutch will actually press up against this to engage. Yeah, so that's actually working pretty nicely, if I say. Don't really need to use anything rough. When you go to start driving it, the clutch alone will actually get a good bit of that off by itself. But you do want to make sure you get as much of it off as possible, the oil part. Yep. Alright guys, so something else that I want to show you before I put this in. So as you can see, on one side it's flat, and on the other side it has like a little beveled end on the inside. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll try taking a picture with my phone and post it that way. But this is the side that you want to be facing towards you when you go to put it in. Let's see if we can do this with one hand. There. So it's going to go right in here. Alright, so we got a little bit in there. And then what we're going to want to do is find a spot to put this camera where you can see me. Alright, so once you get it in to right here, you want to take something that'll fit up against it pretty good. Don't want it to be over, don't want it to be under, and then just tap it. Don't hit too hard. Hard enough for it to go in. The last thing you want to do is cause any damages. And I believe they actually make a tool for this, but I don't have the tool. It's cheap. So I don't exactly plan on going out and buying a tool that I would hardly ever use in a lifetime. Alright guys, so I got the flywheel on, I got the pilot bushing in, it's flushed, it's even. I'm just making sure and everything, feeling for any burrs, just in case I did knock a burr in there. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's actually pretty clean. Next thing will be the clutch, and that'll be another time. Alright guys, till next time.